Not related, King hung up, Harry begging the call to pay his £500,000 legal bill after security court defeat. According to the latest information, Harry has been ruled lost in a lawsuit with the Interior Ministry about privacy. It's reported that he will have to pay £500,000 in litigation costs. However, it seems that Harry's financial situation is not very good. He called to ask King Charles for help, but only received a refusal. Prince Harry's bid to pay for armed police guards was thrown out by a judge on Tuesday. The royal may have to put his hand in his pocket, with the possibility he could be charged full cost for the High Court suit, put at £500,000. Harry's taxpayer funded protection was removed when he stepped down back as a senior royal and moved to North America in 2020. His legal fight with the Home Office for the right to free full scale police protection when visiting Britain is ongoing. It has also been revealed that the case has cost the British taxpayer more than £300,000 so far. According to figures obtained by the Freedom of Information request, £199,000 of taxpayer money has gone towards the government's legal department costs in this case. In addition to this, £93,000 has been spent on general counsel, £660 on court fees, £2,900 on email disclosures, and £16 for a courier, the paper claims. The ruling comes amid a high court trial in which he's bringing a claim against Mirror Group newspapers over allegations of unlawful information gathering. Last week, he paid for a KC and three other barristers to argue in court that his alternative offer to pay for such guards should be reconsidered. Barristers representing the police and Home Office said armed officers could not be expected to place themselves in harm's way and potentially stop a bullet to protect a paying customer. Allowing Harry to buy his own police protection would create a two-tier system that only the wealthy could exploit, the argument went. High Court Judge Sir Martin Chamberlain refused the prince permission to apply for a judicial review of the rejection of this payment offer. The judge said the three barristers representing the Home Secretary and the Metropolitan Police had shown that there was nothing illogical about the view that allowing such an offer would have set an unacceptable precedent. And he threw out Harry's claim that he should have been consulted over the refusal to let him pay by the Executive Committee for Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, known as RAVEC. Referring to the prince as the principal and the claimant, Sir Martin said it is not obvious why fairness demanded that one particular principal be afforded the opportunity to make formal representations on that issue. In any event, RAVEC knew the claimant considered he should be permitted to pay for protective security from the Metropolitan Police Service. The judge also pointed out that the prince's barristers had argued, without success, that RAVEC had no right to reject this cash and that the Met Commissioner should be asked to consider it instead. He said Mr. Mark Rowley had made clear he would reject Harry's offer to pay for armed guards as well. The police have pointed out that when they do take a payment, such as for providing security at football matches, it is generally on private land and would not involve potentially leaving London. There are also strict rules surrounding firearms. Sir Martin said wealthy individuals paying for police's guards was different in kind from the police services provided at, for example, sporting and entertainment events because they involve the deployment of highly trained specialist officers, of whom there are a limited number, and who are required to put themselves in harm's way. It is reported Harry is set to challenge an application by the government for him to pay costs of at least £8,000. A full hearing on Harry's original challenge on RAVEC's principal decision is yet to be held, and he could also appeal against yesterday's ruling. We'll have to wait and see.